Well, but yeah, about the music, about your album. Yeah, how did you wrote it? I read somewhere you rehearsed it somewhere in a very uh, quiet, a small village, quiet place.
Yeah. Well, when we first started writing this record, we were doing it in exactly the same place that we wrote the first two records, and what we found was everything we were writing just sounded exactly like the last two records, and we just thought, you know, man, it's going to be really boring if we come out with a record that's exactly the same. It's going to be boring for us to play it, and it's going to be boring for anyone to listen to. So we thought the best thing to do would be to get out of where we were normally wrote. So we hired a little house in the countryside in Scotland, which is by the sea, and it was up on a big hill, and really remote. There was no TV, no telephone, no internet, no radio, so there was nothing to do except play music. And
did you miss that?
No, not at all. It was great just having music, because that's all you would think about, and it was just really peaceful.
Yeah. Someone in the band who missed the phone or
no, I don't
the
think
internet?
so.
No.
No. We only went for like a couple of weeks at a time, and then we would go home and then go back. But there was like a big barnyard, and we would just set up all of our gear in there, and for hours every day we'd just sit and play, and we'd write there. And yeah, that's how the record kind of came about. And I think because we did it in a different location, that is part of the reason we've kind of the record sounds different as well, because the songwriting is different, and the influences are slightly different.
Yeah. What do you think is the big difference then with the previous album?
Well, this record we had 9 weeks to record it, which by our standards is a long time, because the first record, Love the Cup, we recorded in 5 days. The second one we recorded in 2 weeks. So with those records, it was kind of like, man, we've got a lot of songs to get through, right, quickly record them, and that's it. You put them down and that's it. But with this record, it was kind of like we could record them, but then we could experiment in the studio, and we could add all these extra sounds because we had so much time. And because of that, the record just sounds bigger and, a lot more like, I think the other records would have sounded, bigger as well if we just had more time to spend on it. So yeah, the biggest factor is that. I mean, plus as well, we were being influenced by a lot more kind of pop music. This record, the '60s pop music, garage rock, soul music, and so the actual arrangements and the songwriting is a lot different from the previous records as well.